Hey, this is Len at Lion Strong Athletics. If you're a beginner and you're looking to increase your core strength, or maybe you're an advanced lifter and you're trying to get those oblique lines, maybe you play a sport and you want to dominate, the cable wood chop is a great exercise to add to your program. Stick around to the end. I'm going to show you my favorite version of this exercise, but for now, go hit the like and subscribe button so you can see future videos and leave us a comment so we know what to make. So this exercise is using all the muscles of our core, from our six-pack in the front to our stabilizer muscle underneath, but it primarily uses the muscles on our sides called our obliques. These muscles help us with bending and twisting and are very important. Now, why are we doing this exercise? Everyday life, we use our obliques, whether we're grabbing groceries off the ground or maybe something high on the shelf, or I'm trying to open a big heavy door. I'm using these obliques to help accomplish this task. And if they aren't strong enough, I might use muscles like my lower back or my hip flexors, and that might lead to injury. So having an exercise that strengthens these muscles is good for overall life quality. Another great reason to do this exercise is if you're playing a sport. That's because in sports, we do a lot of twisting, especially racket sports or stick sports, like baseball, hockey, maybe you're playing tennis or pickleball recently. So if you get good at twisting movements, you're going to be way better in your sport. For this exercise, we're going to use a cable machine. There's a lot of different versions of this, from this stationary one to arms that swing down. Hopefully you have that available to you. If you don't, we can do this exercise with bands as well, but I'm going to show you today on a cable machine. There's a lot of different ways to set this up. We can do this exercise from a high to low range, where you're chopping down towards the floor, or we can also do this exercise from a low to high range, where you're chopping up to the ceiling. But today we're going to go over the standard way to do this exercise, and that's across your body. So on the setup here, I want you to try to find a level that's somewhere between your hips and your chest. You're going to grab the weight. We're going to have a grip where you're interlocking your fingers like this. Okay? Now get into a strong athletic stance, and we're going to push that weight out in front of us and line it up with our back foot. We're going to drive that all the way through by twisting our torso, and then control that weight on the way back like this. So I'm trying to move through my torso, not through my shoulders. The weight stays in front of my chest and I drive through my torso like that. Now, a couple things that are really important is that we keep constant tension during the exercise. And that means my muscles are working the entire time. We do this by making sure we don't go all the way back. If we do that, I'm in a resting position. That's not beneficial for strength or size. So we put that out and we stop in front right when we line up where our back foot is. Then drive forward. Try to have that cable go through your shoulder. If you're too high, it'll go through your face, so make sure it's through the shoulder. And then I want you to control the weight coming back. Driving forward, control the weight coming back. Now, if our goal is to have stronger obliques for life, or if I want more size through my obliques, maybe I want those awesome lines, then I need to isolate my core as best as possible. So I do that by making sure my feet stay stable during the exercise, and it's just my torso that twists. So I'm just twisting through my torso. My feet, my lower body are staying more or less stable. I'm stopping at the foot and I'm driving through. But the second way to perform this exercise, if you want to be better at a sport-specific movement, is to get into that same motion and drive through that back leg and twist. It looks like this. I'm twisting through my toes as I come forward. I'm controlling that and I'm twisting back, stopping when I line up with my foot. Twist. If you're in a sport like baseball or hockey or even tennis where you need to have a lot of power and explode through that motion, and then slowly come back. just like that, twisting off the back foot. So when we're doing this exercise, make sure to do it both ways, and by turning around and doing the other side, or else you're going to have one oblique that's a little stronger than the other, and we don't want that. As far as reps go, start with the 10 to 12 range so you get used to the movement. If you're doing a sport, you can work up to a heavy 5 rep or 6 rep set where you're really working on power, but 10 to 12 is the general range. If you're a beginner, I'd start with 20 pounds on there and just learn the process, learn the movement, and you can slowly work your way up in weights. If you're an advanced lifter, you can probably throw 40 to 50 pounds on there at the start and see how that feels for you. I'm going to show you a live look at me performing this exercise during my workout. I have it set to 70 pounds. My goal here is strength and hypertrophy through my obliques, so I'm not going to be twisting. I'm just going to be remaining still and twisting through my torso. Notice how I went to failure there? That forces my muscles to grow and change. Now let me show you, as promised, my favorite version of this exercise. I'm originally a hockey player, so what I like to do in this is set up something that mimics a slap shot or a wrist shot. So I push this down towards the ground, just as if I was playing hockey, and I rotate and twist through, just like that. And this is a sport-specific movement. It makes me better at hockey. It makes me so I have a faster shot when I drive through. This can also be used for golf players because it mimics that swing.